Let's check out these coloring books. I won't be coloring in every single one of them, but I did want to go through this real quick to figure out what I'm going to do for the coloring challenge. I just posted a video about that. I will leave it in the comments below if you want to check it out. So I have about 30 books here. Let me describe my chaos just to kind of give you an idea of what you could color. This section here is pretty much about the Wonderland. Over here is some of the books I found that could have the White Rabbit in them, including Hide and Seek, because there's a challenge for it. And then over here I have the Queen of Hearts. Some of them are the Queen of Hearts and the others are inspired by it. And Dimensions down here has some cards and kind of a chess design. And then over here, these are all Alice designs. So I will go through each one. We're going to start actually with Alice. My main goal at the moment is to get into untouched coloring books. So if that coloring book is untouched, I'm going to try to color in these books. I'm going to make a marathon if I have to. Let's focus on Alice. So I have Fairytale Adventures. I've never colored in this book. I've had it for about 2 years. The outfit, even the hair, kind of has Alice in Wonderland vibes. And I like this design enough to color, and it's untouched. So this is going to have to be a yes. For this classic fairy tales coloring book, it's a used coloring book I picked up, I think in July, and this is an incredible Alice design. This will have to be a yes. And this book has a design with a face that really reminds me of how Alice was. I know there's some peacocks and stuff, but I think I might be taking out those peacock designs and kind of making it a little bit more like Alice in Wonderland. This one isn't an untouched book, but I really like these designs. It does have a little bit of bleed through, but check it out. It does have a Alice in Wonderland vibe to it. I think I will be putting this on my list to color. And for Dreamscapes, there is a design here that reminded me of Alice, kind of a vintage. This is an elegant book, but there is a design in here that reminded me of Alice. Take a lot of different elements to make it kind of a Wonderland design. In the Cottage Girl coloring book, there's 2 that kind of reminded me of Alice. This image here, her outfit and everything, and her straight hair, kind of like a festive Alice. And this image as well could be an Alice. Since I do have 30 books and I've got other coloring plans, I think I will pass on this book, but I figured I'd give you an example if you own this book. In Color Me Enchanted, there is a design in here that reminded me kind of like a Dark Alice scene. This book is untouched, so I'm going to try to commit to that one as well. And of course, Jasmine Beckett Griffith has 2 designs in here that are Alice. There's the Alice and Snow White design, which even has a Cheshire. And then we also have like a steampunk Alice design. I think I'm going to commit to the steampunk Alice design for this book. I really like the steampunk elements. For the Uhuhu Portraits of Joy coloring book, I found 2 that reminded me of Alice. We have this design that reminds me kind of like a lost Alice, but I think I'm going to go with this one because it's a little mysterious. And the next one kind of reminds me of a modern Alice. I feel like I could make it kind of a fun Alice design. And that is in Spring Beauty. Now we're getting into the White Rabbit designs that I found. That's in 4 books. The Ephemera coloring book has a stopwatch. I've already colored in this book once, but I might need this design for a bingo challenge, so I'm going to keep it as a maybe. In Steampunk Revival, there is this design. And it kind of has that Alice in Wonderland vibe to it. And then we have Hide and Seek. There's 2 designs that were suggested for this challenge called Hide and Seek with Us. You have the Cheshire Cat and the rabbit. I think I'm going to go with the Cheshire Cat because I don't have that many designs with the Cheshire Cat. Now this one, I wanted to go through it with you. There are some elements that Sugar Sweet has in this book. I picked one potential There's a lot of bunnies in this. You can even do a dress-up bunny. I think I'm going to go with this one. It kind of reminds me of Alice in Wonderland. And this is an uncolored book, so I'll try to commit to that one. And these all remind me of the Queen of Hearts. So you have the chess piece and the cards. I'm going to commit to the cards. Then I've got kind of a queen-like figure in this book. I figured I would try to make her like the Queen of Hearts based on her colors. And she does have like a little card back here I can turn into a little heart. So that's why I picked this one. It's a very pretty design. Then in Cozy Kingdom, this design might work. What I could do is change these into little cards, or I could just put a heart. And I think I want to turn this into a Queen of Hearts in the Cozy Kingdom coloring book. In this beautiful book, which is untouched, I found a neat design in here that reminded me of the Queen of Hearts. Because you know how she has gardens and stuff? I figured I'd make this kind of like vine-like. We'll see how that goes. Alright, now we're getting into the I don't know yet territory. I don't know which one I'm going to select. I have colored in some of these, but not all. This one I'm going to set aside because that one's going to take a while. The Disney ones should be easy. And this one again is going to take a moment to see which ones I want to do. But I did want to show you this book. If anything, I think these Disney coloring books are great just to get color choices and color palettes considered. So you obviously have this design, which is on the cover. There's also the Queen of Hearts designs here. If you're thinking about converting like a soldier or some kind of thing for a Queen of Hearts design, this is a really neat page for inspiration. I don't think I'm going to color in these books. I don't think I have the mindset, but I did want to reference them for colors. So I've bookmarked them, and this is a really clever reminder about how even the flowers were kind of fun. That could be some inspiration as well. So I'm using these two books as inspiration. Another set of books I'll probably use as inspiration. I do want to color in some of these. Madeline Hatter, because she's known in Ever After High as the daughter of the Mad Hatter. Figured I would look at some of these designs, like the mirror I showed earlier with Alice. Kind of get some inspiration from these. Obviously, Madeline Hatter has some beautiful, look at this ink on the side. So it's just a really beautiful book I picked up a couple years ago because I was a fan of Ever After High. And so I thought I would share a little bit of it. I do need to share the video I recorded back then, but I figured I would flip through this real quick so you can see the design. And here she is, the Mad Hatter's daughter, Madeline Hatter. And here's Madeline Hatter again. And this is the Cheshire's daughter. Oh, I did pick a couple pages. Madeline Hatter and the Queen of Hearts daughter. I forgot her name. I do have a doll with her, which I should probably share in a future video. Madeline Hatter. I think I might do this page. I think I like how easy it is. Let's see. This book, if you haven't heard of it before, it's by Peachy Pie. There are a lot of designs for Alice in Wonderland in here. You got the Queen of Hearts, the White Rabbit, the Cheshire Cat, Alice. There's a variety in there, though. If I had to pick which one I wanted to do, I think I'm going to take the Cheshire Cat because I don't have a lot of Cheshire Cats. So the next book is kind of more of a doodle book. It's going to be another inspiration book for me. I don't think I'm going to color in it, but I did see this chaotic page, so it does suggest to color it, but it's another fun little book. It's more about activities than it is a coloring book, though. So that's this book. I don't think I'm going to color my first page in this book with Alice, but I did want to share. I have this design. If I did any of them, I think I would actually do this page. So this is a maybe, if I have time. We've got 3 more books to look at. In this book, there's actually a Cheshire and Alice design, which I adore. So this is definitely going to be among my top 5 pages that I'm going to be excited to color because I love the Cheshire Cat. Okay, so we got 2 more. I haven't figured out what page I want to color in this book. There is a lot. I kind of liked this design. It's just really chaotic, which I don't have a lot of pages that are that chaotic. Because really, Wonderland is a little chaotic, you know? There's also the Cheshire Cat here, which is really cool. If I do have time, I will do this page, but my focus will be this page. And the last book is Escape to Wonderland. Kind of like this for the bingo, it said there need to be some roses. I might do that page, and this is another chaotic page, but I think I'm going to do the other page instead of this. Depends if I need to get some bingo items, though. That's what these books are good for, is those bingo moments. And then once again, obviously you could look online for color inspiration, but I think I'm going to use this book in particular. This is kind of more of my style. So I will be checking this book frequently for some inspiration on colors. And then obviously there are 4 color palettes already shared, takes all the guesswork out of it. And I'll share a link to all the color palettes in the video description in case you're trying to figure out what to do. Well, there's a quick look at some of the books I'm considering, along with some of the designs. I hope you found this video helpful. Thanks for watching.